it's the hot show, and I don't know how it's gonna go. It's the hot show, and I can't guess what's gonna happen next. So come on and enjoy yourself. Let's do the hot show. Howdy, and welcome to the hot show. I'm Hot the Cat. Thanks for being here. Thanks for seeing this. Whoever you are out there in the internet world, thanks for being here. I don't really like saying the follow stuff, but I don't know, it's kind of nice, I guess. If you follow us on at Hot the Cat on various social media things, yeah, I don't know, if you want. Got a very exciting show today. I'm really pleased. Let's start by bringing on kind of the panel of people that we usually got here. Sheldon, welcome to the show.
Howdy, Hot the Cat. How are you today?
Good. Very good. Very good. I thought maybe today we could take it back to some traditional hot show fodder here. What animal would you say that you are today?
Oh, that is an interesting question. I feel like a squirrel today.
Feeling squirrely.
Yeah, I was feeling a little antsy and rambunctious, but also like cozying up in a nice little leafy nest. Or if you've seen the inside of a squirrel nest, you know what I'm talking about.
Great. Got a squirrel today. Skunky, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Great. How are you?
Pretty good. What animal would you say that you are today?
Kind of feeling like a camel.
Oh, I don't know if we've ever had a camel on the show before. Have we? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think we have.
Yeah.
Yet
Are you something? Are you feeling humpy? I don't know. Like, what's
Are you feeling?
I mean,
like
I think
on random people near you.
No, I think it's mostly I have to pee.
Ah. How does one? No, I don't want to know the answer to
that. In this instance, I just hold it for the next 90 miles.
No, I couldn't do it. If you need to exit the show at any point in order to use your camel-like tendencies to get out of the situation that's forcing you to feel like a camel, you let us know.
Can I ask, assuming at some point during this show you deal with this thing that's making you feel like a camel, do you think that you would not be a camel for like the latter part of the show?
I don't know, but I can tell you it's not going to happen.
Freaky Friday situation where you do you turn into the other thing at the end?
Yeah, no, I don't have such a luxury. I'm up against the clock here, so I don't have any wiggle room.
Okay.
Or tinkle room or anything.
Or tinkle room. Cool. Great. Now, I feel like we should bring on our guest for the evening. I'm very excited to have this guest here tonight. There are so many things that I could say about our guest tonight. Fantastic musician, the Royal Douglas himself, Gavin McCourt. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
How you doing tonight?
Great. Yeah. Excellent. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Me too.
Me
Yeah.
too.
All right.
Cool. Now, Gavin, you may have heard while you were sitting in the backstage there.
The hot seat, as one might call it.
The hot seat.
I mean, I'd say that's like the kind of like warm seat.
Yeah,
now you're in the hot seat.
Yeah.
What animal would you say that you are?
It's a good question. I'm cat sitting right now, so I've kind of into the cat vibe, even though I'm not a cat person.
Would you are you? So you don't necessarily get along with cats. There are a lot of cats that do not get along with.
Just a heads up, you are speaking to a cat. So
I know. I never had cats growing up, and just haven't spent a lot of time with them. But I'm enjoying it for the most part. The cat that I'm watching, her name is Juniper, and she's kind of a loudmouth late at night. But I've figured out a couple of. I had a dear friend of mine, give me some tips to getting the cat to sleep. So I've been leaning into that pretty hard.
if anyone who's watching has any comments or advice for Gavin,
Please
feel free to list them.
Yeah.
It sounds like one person has advice, but I don't know if they're just cutting it out or not.
Yeah, Juniper knows we're talking about her, so she's.
I heard
she's
someone.
I really hope that by the end of your time here, we will have gotten to see Juniper.
Hopefully, we'll see. She can be a little shy.
Okay.
A little coy, if you will.
It's interesting being shy but loud.
Yeah.
Interesting combo.
It's something.
Yeah. Gavin?
That exists in people too.
Yeah, I guess.
True. Intro, outrovert. Extra.
Yeah.
Intro, extra.
Yeah. People can be shy and loud.
It's true.
Yeah. That's true. All right. Okay.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, that was nice. It's an impressive control of your face.
Thanks, bud. I can even wiggle my ears.
Okay, but your cheek moves when you do that.
So.
Wait, hold on. Do it again. Do it again. Okay, I see it. Can you do that thing where you make your nose look like a hippo's nose? Hold on, I can do it. Hold on. All right, I can concentrate. I can do it.
Okay, hold on.
No, hold on. I gotta really concentrate. No, it's not doing it. Maybe I need an alcoholic beverage.
Can everybody? Huh? All right, good. How about
a genetic thing?
Oh,
that's cool as fuck.
I cannot.
Clover man. I'm a clover man.
I just feel like I look like a killer whale. Like, nope.
That's a good look.
Thanks. Gavin, you just released like 2 albums.
Yeah. It took like 12 years, but we did it.
Well, I mean, you've released 3 albums.
Three total, yeah.
Yeah. And also, yeah, I just recently found out by listening to the Freecycles Winter Ball 2020 that you have the Skurfs have been a band for 12 years. That's nuts.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and 13 this year, actually. This year is the 13th.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah, no, I never expected to be I always wanted to be in a band for this long, but I never thought it would happen.
Well, and also, like, I gotta say, like, you have a significant draw every time you play, right?
Well, the last like couple of years, we've really settled in and gotten, a lot of community support, which is just phenomenal. Our last show was the biggest show we've ever played. It was a blast. It was great. It's really cool to, to continue to like draw people in and have folks turn out. And like, a lot of younger folks, I'm gonna be 40 this year, which is crazy to think about.
Wow.
Yeah. But like a lot of, like 22 to, 30-year-olds are really into the band, which is super fun.
Oh
And
my God, it's so nice to hear that 30 sounds young to you.
Yeah.
30 this year. I'm freaking out. Sorry.
30's the new 20, bro.
Wow.
40's the new 30.
This is free therapy for me right now. Please.
It's cool. I'm not having like an existential crisis or anything.
Right,
But,
I'm sure.
I could totally
No.
see why that music sounds like the appeal of that age group. Or older. I don't know. Like, but it's definitely fun to like move to, and I could definitely see like going to a live show and being like, let's push each other around a little bit.
yeah, the last show we played, there was like over a dozen crowd surfers, which was
What?
yeah, it was crazy.
I've
Crowd surfers, Skurfers.
Crowd surfers. I was tempted to try to stage dive at the end, but then I was like, I'm gonna injure myself if I do that. So
right.
I exercised caution, which was, I think, probably the best move.
A mature move for sure.
But I've never crowd surfed before. I would love to.
Dude, it's so fun. You have
Yeah.
to do it. I want you to do it. I don't care.
You don't care if I get injured? Come on.
No, I think you just have to share with the audience that you're afraid you're going to get injured, so please don't drop you.
Okay, all right. I'll
I
give it a
think
shot
if
next time.
If you
Yeah.
approach it in that way, because I will say it is the most freeing thing. Also, some wholesome video that I saw was that this kid in a wheelchair wanted to crowd surf at this concert one time, and everyone got him at the front. It was so cool.
It's amazing.
Wholesome, but it's a
Or
free,
rock and roll.
Yeah.
it's like, I would equate it to like you're in a Skurf band, like when you're like gliding after like not when you're like you go from a really long run to like a run that's like really like it's long, but you're just like kind of coasting, and then the feeling of like you're like, oh, I don't want to have to push or like use poles at the end, and you just make it to like the lift.
Mm-hmm.
That's what crowd surfing feels like.
Okay. Cool.
Well, so Gavin, you basically have nothing to worry about. So even if you end up in a wheelchair, you can
See?
still keep going and keep ending up crowd surfing beyond this.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So fear not for your spine or whatever.
I won't. I will.
Good. No fear.
No fear. I wear those shirts still, no fear. Really cool.
Yeah, well, you should
Cool
act
shirt.
like it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how I do next time. Maybe I'll just dive. I won't even warn the crowds. Be like, just go for it. That's what I do.
Ultra.
I would say if you say I'm gonna do this, more likely people are to catch
That's
you.
probably a good call. Yeah. I'll try it. Well, I mean, why not?
I've only done it
What
once,
is?
and I feel like it was once is enough. You don't have to do it more than that, but just once is enough to like, feel nice about it.
What if I get hooked on it though, and I need to do it all the time?
You're gonna
More shows.
find
Then
out
I'm going to definitely injure myself.
the hard way. It's not worth doing more than once.
You're gonna have to like really pack those shows if you're gonna do it every time.
What a great
Yeah.
motivation to pack your shows, though.
Right? Yeah. Constant crowd surfing.
Ooh, sounds like a good band name.
You could just play the show from the top of the crowd, really.
Now that would be ideal.
That's cool when bands do that. Like when when like the singer or something jumps around. It seems really distracting though. I'm like, I can barely talk and do things at the same time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's
You're playing like fairly complex guitar parts.
Yeah, they're relatively difficult. Oh, Juniper almost.
Okay.
She's just trying to get out the window.
I at first thought you were in a library when we first saw you until I saw the kitchen behind you because you were like between one shelf and another shelf.
Yeah.
The
All right,
voice is
Junie.
closer.
Oh, come here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, come here, Junie. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah. Juniper.
yeah. Hi, kitty.
There you are, Junie. Can't figure out which way to lean my head. Get.
Oh, it is so hard. It is a true challenge for all of us.
Oh, I like the way that it's stuck across. I would like it if what pronouns does Juniper use?
I think she's a she, as far as the owner has told me.
All right. Let's see. If she would just sit in that thing and then just like stare at us the whole time, it would be
Oh
great.
damn! She hit the trout. She's gonna lose it.
Oh, the trout.
The trout.
We
God, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
the trout has been on the show before. And my roommate cat Otter not into the trout. Not into the trout at all.
No. I'm not into the trout. I don't like fish in general.
Well, it's a good thing nobody identified as a fish today.
Thank God.
I'm
No one should ever identify as a fish.
It's happened.
Have we gotten a fish?
We have. We've definitely got a fish before.
Did you try to eat them hot?
No, I try to be pretty respectful of my guests.
Well, your friend's not food, Gavin.
True. Good call. Mm-hmm.
We have some advice in the chat.
Yeah.
Jovi Snatch says, "My advice is a scrunched up ball of paper for her to play with.
Okay.
Maybe a box to crawl into."
Okay.
Does that help with the sleeping?
I hope so.
Hot the cat. Any thoughts?
I would guess that maybe that's more for like distraction now. But maybe that's for the nighttime.
Is the warm milk thing a myth?
There's no milk in this house.
Don't give cats milk.
Vegans. Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't think cats are vegans.
At one point somebody said something about warm milk and then well, throughout so many cartoons when you're a kid you see that, and then I found out as an adult that is not real.
They don't like warm milk.
And it's bad for them apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
Oh, that's a thing to think
That's
about.
fucking interesting.
I'm not sure if this is appropriate to share, but I want to ask you a question. I want to know if you have ever been told that you look slightly like Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé, huh?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
You've never gotten that before.
Never been a Bublé.
All right.
I'll take that as a compliment, I guess.
Blessed.
I might need to take a screenshot, send it to my grandma, and just say that I met Michael Bublé.
I like that.
You could change your name real quick.
Yeah, could you? That'd be great. I'd love to share that with the grandma.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I can do it for you.
Okay, cool.
Should I make a sign that says "I heart Michael Bublé"?
Does Michael Bublé like have a signature like facial expression that would like really help me?
Yeah, that's kind of a good one. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna screenshot. Sorry. Also, the cat like walked across your shoulder.
Perfect.
In like the midst when I took that.
Bublé loves cats. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
He seems like more of a like
Bublé's a-
would have like wiener dogs or something.
Bublé.
I'm gonna Google if Michael Bublé has
Miguel Bublé.
Also,
Now, would you like to
I'll
keep
pull it.
Michael Bublé, or would you like your name back, or anything else? I'm happy to change your name to anything you want.
Yeah, let's change my name to oh yeah, I kind of do look like that guy.
I thought so.
Who do I want to be today? How about Harrison Ford Explorer?
Harrison Ford Explorer. Right, there you go.
That's me.
How do I unshare this?
How are we in Infinity Land right there?
I am used to being there's a different login that I normally use, and I
A
got
screen inside a screen inside a screen inside a screen.
yeah inside of Michael Bublé a million times. Harrison Ford Explorer.
Mm.
I really don't like that cop cars all look like that really popular car, and then you when you slow down because there's a Ford Explorer behind you, and you're really going slow, and you're like, God, just pass me, cop. And then you realize that it is not a cop, and you're slowing down for no reason.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, I'm just gonna speed now.
So I am afraid that we have to suddenly shift our direction of conversation because we have a very exciting guest. Here, I wrote a little song. We were talking Harrison Ford Explorer before as we were planning out this, having you come on the show about kind of some things that you're excited about. And of course, obviously, it's so exciting, the Skurfs, what's going on with the Skurfs right now. But also, you mentioned that you are really into unexplained anomalous phenomena. And so I wrote a little song today, if you want to hear it.
I would love to.
It will not go very smoothly, I'm sure. But unexplained anomalous phenomena. Mama, did you see that light go by? Unidentified flying objects going by. Why don't you believe me? I swear I wasn't high. So what does it mean for who we are? If we're not the only ones, not the only ones out there among the stars.
Oh, fuck yeah. You just cooked that up today?
I mean, I had kind of been I was working with it a little bit. The first couple lines I kind of had already, but I put the guitar to it today.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
That was lovely.
Now, I say this because this has only happened once before in the history of this show, but we actually have previously had an extraterrestrial being on this show.
Damn.
And we do again right now.
Oh, shit.
Thad.
Well, hello.
Oh, hello. I love that.
Now, Thad, I'll be honest, I do not remember what Thad stands for, but Thad is from another planet, not from Earth. We don't know very much about Thad. Thad kind of can answer some yes or no questions if you have any. But Thad's great. Thad loves to dance.
Yeah. Whoa.
Thad's great. Have you ever met Thad?
I met Thad at a show once.
Okay, so you have met Thad before.
Yeah, Thad's a pretty good dancer, I'm not gonna lie.
I was kind of wondering if maybe it'd be worth pulling up a Skurf song, and we could all dance a little bit with Thad.
I'm into that.
Cool.
Oh, there is one quick question in the chat, and I think it's a pretty important question to ask. Thad, do they have cheese on your planet?
Sort of, kind of.
Sorta, kinda.
Oh,
Okay.
what? Is there something like analogous to cheese? Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
Oh, we have to describe what cheese is, I think.
You know what cheese is?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Is it cheddar cheese on your planet?
Swiss. It looks like the moon.
Roquefort.
Gouda.
Parmesan.
Brie.
Oh, Parmesan.
Parmesan.
Yeah.
Nope.
Romano.
Ray Romano
Are you from Italy? No.
does not know what it
You don't know. What? I don't know.
is. Well, I think we're gonna try some dancing, Thad.
Yeah, you want to dance that?
Just keep hanging on a little bit longer. Keep asking Thad some questions while I pull up a song. Are there any songs that you particularly want to highlight? I was thinking maybe clipped in.
I don't know.
I was thinking clipped in, if that's
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Groove in the Half Pipe's kind of a good dance tune.
we could do like
Fun.
Groove in the Half Pipe.
Groovin'.
All right. Okay, so if I pull this up, shut up.
Thad, are there cats on your planet? Yes. Yes. Are they celebrated or disliked? Celebrated would be yes, and
What
disliked.
do I remember correctly? Do you eat cats on the planet?
No.
No, that's Alf. Sorry.
Do you eat dogs? Maybe?
No, I think that's a no. I think that's a pretty heavy no.
Yeah.
No. What about you eat people? No.
But you do know how to shimmy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice shimmy.
Wow, that's a good shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shakaroo. I really like your outfit today, Thad. I like the turtleneck look.
Come here, Kitan.
Think that Juniper would dance with us?
Juniper knocked me down. Come on, Juniper.
Oh God.
Oh, geez. Thank you. Welcome back. Oh, are you afraid of cats?
No.
Harrison Ford Explorer, what happened? Well, I feel a little weird busting out Harrison Ford Explorer's song. Maybe we can do a quick test. If I play this.
Do you think that he got kidnapped by?
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Juniper, did Juniper
if I wanted to share Gavin
there we go.
Instagram
Doug.
followers to go find Gavin's music, would it be Gavin McCourt? Just Gavin McCourt?
It's just at the Skurfs. I don't have a.
There we go.
I don't have an Instagram.
SK the Skurfs.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. We got it together.
To Skurfs.
Skurfs.
All right. Oh, that. What?
Oh no,
They're gone.
what's going on here? Are we being taken over by different aliens?
Let's hope so.
Okay, Thad's back. Thad's back.
Okay, phew.
All right. I think it's time to groove the half pipe.
Let's screw the half pipe, dude. Yeah, it's how that moves. Moving the half pipe. You're moving the half pipe. 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 Moving the half. Moving the half pipe. 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 Moving the half pipe with you.
We miss you, Jasper.
Building your online business?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. My online business.
It was interesting on
yeah.
YouTube.
Great dancing, Thad.
Great song, too.
Oh, thanks.
That was lovely. Dad, thank you for dancing with us.
Mm,
Yeah, a real pleasure to have an extraterrestrial.
always.
Always. Absolutely.
There was a question in the chat that I thought we should bring up. It was, I'm curious about the origin of the name Skurfs.
Yes. Basically, when we started the band, myself and Danny Venture, the other like co-creator, songwriter, singer, guitar player, we went and shot a bunch of photographs one day. That's kind of how we became friends, and we talked about wanting to always start a surf band, but we were like, well, we're in Montana, we're in a landlocked state, there's no surfing in Montana. And so the closest thing we could come up with was skiing. And so we just took the words ski and surf, jammed them together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, pretty much.
I've known about the Skurfs for, pretty long time now. Almost the entire length of the Skurfs' existence.
Truth.
I have always honestly loved the simplicity of that. And also fact that you do this thing that is, yeah, you're just, I mean, like, it's so just inspired by surf music. Like, you can hear so much of it in there, but you just crank it up. Like, especially like seeing you at first was just like, you played so intense and like so raw, with like, what would have been just like kind of like cool surf music, but like so intense that it just like ski surf. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Always
It's
loved it.
it's really we really leaned into that kind of at the beginning in terms of like being a little more surf based, and then like kind of the novelty like ski kind of stuff. And anymore, like we've just kind of like play whatever songs we end up writing, and we still like throw some goofball ski references in there, or like try to keep that thread going.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, it's really a great, like, just like little gag sort of thing. Like, I don't know, like in a similar way as like, like, I don't know, like I'm thinking of like the White Stripes or something, like having just like they had their aesthetic that they did, that like they could do anything and just make it into that aesthetic, and it worked.
right, yeah.
You can write any song and just like throw in something about skiing, and it's cool.
enjoyed like the way that Groovin' the Half Pipe kind of goes with like the feeling of like the rhythm of going up and down,
Mm-hmm.
And also like sometimes you go up and they're like, do I have enough speed to keep that going down? I'm curious to know, Thad, is there skiing and or snowboarding on your planet?
Yeah, Thad.
Yes, there is.
Skiing?
Ducks.
Skiing?
Oh, Thad, you dropped your paper. Oh, Thad loves the Skurfs.
Thad loves the Skurfs.
Oh, Thad, you're so sweet.
Big fan. Whoa, that's some movie. I would love to see Thad on some skis. That seems like a cool thing to see.
Yeah.
Maybe a different day. Especially like with the poles that you could fit in those hands.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a grooving. People make ski gestures at your concerts, like grooving, like
Boy, that's a good question.
If they don't, you should create a dance.
I think you're right. I think we should have a dance that involves some ski poles.
I feel like I'm wearing an outfit that's kind of ski. It's a jumper, so it's like
the
ideal outfit for this.
I feel like especially with the like crowds that you've been getting, maybe it is time for you to introduce like a dance craze.
Yeah, dance craze. That sounds great.
That's how you get enough people to crowd surf on.
That's it. That's the ticket. Come up with a dance.
So when you play, is it often with other like surf rock kind of bands, or is it more like with punk bands? Or
yeah, there's not a lot of like surf bands in Missoula. Oh, Thad has a question.
Yes, Thad.
Oh, Thad has to go.
Thad's got to go.
Thad.
Bye, Thad.
Thanks so much for coming, Thad. It's such a pleasure to see you again. You're always welcome.
Bye, Thad.
Bye, Thad.
We love you, Thad. Thank you for coming. Anytime you come to visit, it is lovely to have you.
Yeah.
And we'd love to see you skiing one day.
Yeah, there's not a lot of surf bands in Missoula. There's a band called the Idle Ranch Hands that they do like a surf, and then they do like some honky tonk country stuff. But we haven't shared a bill with them yet. We've been talking about it for years, but it just hasn't like panned out. We played with a really good surf band called Daikaiju recently. They're fucking phenomenal.
spelled?
DAIKAIJU.
Is that Japanese for something?
Yes, but I don't know what it is.
I mean, kaiju are like the gigantic monsters.
Okay. Well, they are monsters of rock. That band. They're like ridiculous. It was a really fun show. We've actually played with them a couple times. They're from I think they're from Atlanta. And then we played with a really good surf band once out of Portland called Don and the Quixotes. They're super fun, super talented. But yeah, like, just rock and roll bands that are in town, or the band we played with at our last show are called the Love Darts, and they're out of Bozeman, Montana, and they're just awesome. Just like rock and roll legends. Yeah, just great stuff.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, it's
very interesting, creative names.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Hey.
Doug, I have to ask, because I don't know exactly how long you're going to be able to hang out and stuff, and I do want to make sure I ask this question, which is, have you seen a UFO?
I don't think I have.
Have you ever been unable to identify a flying object?
I mean, I've definitely been unable to identify a flying object, but I haven't seen any aerial phenomena, which the big caveat there is that they behave phenomenally.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have yet to see one with mine own eyes, though I know lots of people who have, and I know that they exist.
Have you ever heard the Blink-182 song "Aliens Exist"?
I have heard that song.
Okay, well, when I was in middle school, I remember hearing that and being like, dude, aliens do exist. And I remember the girls that I was hanging out with were like, aliens don't exist. And I was like, and then I explained the spectrum of how small our planet is in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone just thought that I was weird. But later in college, I explained the same story to another group of friends, and they were like, yeah, dude, aliens definitely exist.
Absolutely.
But this is going to go into a third part, which is the son of Will Smith, Jaden Smith, got a chance to meet the president. And the first question that he asked the president was, do aliens exist? And I was just curious how you, if you were president, would answer that question. Everyone, not just.
I mean, that's a hard thing because I don't know what the president knows.
That's fair, which I think that's probably why Jaden Smith asked that question.
Yeah, I don't think the president would give up the ghost to Will Smith's son.
Of all people, though,
maybe
I feel like Jaden could handle that information for us.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I don't even know. See, Joby Smash knows what's up. They just Thad is the correct answer. I don't even know that the aerial anomalous phenomenon is aliens.
So I do. I want to offer the option for Skunky to answer this question, if he's so inclined.
Perhaps Skunky is in his camel state.
What's the question?
If you were the president of the United States and I believe 8-year-old, let's say 7-8-year-old child comes up to you and asks you if aliens exist and or made contact. Those are two separate questions, but first, just do aliens exist? How would you answer this, child?
This is not the question I got. The question I
Yeah,
got was
I changed.
Jaden Smith.
I mean, if I was in the president's necktie, I would probably take such a question or two, like whatever facility, be like, okay, I can't tell you here in front of the microphones, but I'll take you, wherever you go to the facility and you do the like MK Ultra thing on them and just, move on.
Wipe their brains.
I believe.
Yeah, I mean, just like pump this kid full of LSD and just throw him in the desert. Like, that's easy.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute myself.
That's a great answer, Skunky. I think that's.
Anyway,
we
vote
need to
for
start
me.
pumping kids full of LSD.
Vote for me, both party.
I'll be right back.
2028, no bullshit, just bull moose.
Just so everyone knows, the answer that Barack Obama gave was, I cannot confirm or deny the existence of extraterrestrial beings.
That's good.
Fucking coward.
But I do respect that as a young child, Jaden Smith was like, if anybody's going to know this, maybe the president knows.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I have seen unidentified flying objects a number of times that felt pretty compelling.
I almost hate to get into it too much without Doug here. But I mean, I have also on at least one occasion, I have also, and I'm very interested to hear about your experiences, Skunky. Doug has briefly stepped away.
That's fine. Now's the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So the commonality, I would say, in a number of things that I have witnessed is it'll be like distant lights in the sky, one by itself or like a small cluster of them. And a couple of times when it's been multiples, they're all hanging together. The thing that makes it compelling and strange is the speed at which they appear to move and the rapid changing of directions. So I've seen kind of similar behavior a couple of times, and then once, and I don't even remember where I was, but I was in the middle of nowhere. I saw something that seemed much closer, like light-wise, and then like the lights sort of disappeared as I was watching this kind of seemingly cruise across the sky, and then it looked like when like heat is rising off the road, or like you see the exhaust coming out of like a truck's back. It looks all shimmery. It was just like a blob of that like shimmeriness, and just like across the night sky, but hard to see because it's just night sky. And then it was gone. Very strange.
My experience that I had was less dramatic. What I saw was, it looked like a satellite, but it was doing loop-de-loops, which is not how satellites move. It didn't make any sense to me. And it was quiet. I mean, moving like a normal fast satellite, but like doing that like loop-to-loop thing. No explanation for what was going on there. but like not sudden changes, not like the sudden shift of speed or direction.
Yeah, that's the commonality that I've seen a couple of times. But I mean, who knows? I have also been somebody known to enjoy a nice little toot of airplane glue every now and again. So
I'll take you places real fast.
I am an unreliable narrator.
Everything's shimmering.
What interests me is like when you hear about UFO sightings and stuff, some of it is like, people question like, well, were you on drugs when you saw it? But also, what if, normal things happen to people when they're on drugs. It's just like the difficulty of describing things well.
I disagree. The more on drugs I've been, the less normal my experiences have been. So
You know what I mean, though? Like, what if you met aliens when you were high, but you were just like, you really did meet them?
I met some very strange traveling folk at one point who said that they lived in a meth house in North Carolina for a little while, and the farm next to theirs had cows that were very strange, and then at night they would see these creatures and the cows would all be gone, and like they were humanoid and like but would walk. I don't know, it was so crazy sounding, and they talked about how like they had to have somebody else come because like it was this whole group of meth heads who were all witnessing the same thing, but they were like, but we're all like, we're seeing what seemed to be like aliens or something, but like we're all on meth. And they had their friend come and they verified. But also, crazy traveler, drug person,
Hmm.
mm.
That's fucking fascinating.
Yeah, that one was really weird.
But like, my question is like, so I'm wondering if certain methamphetamines. See, I feel like I always go into the like if certain methamphetamines might like limit the same like visual experience, or if one of them said they saw it and then they were all like, "Yeah, we saw that."
right. Which is why they brought in.
Confirmation bias.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Math hysteria.
Now, Doug, are you having computer problems? You kind of keep coming in and out a little bit.
No, sorry. I just had to make sure my phone was charging.
Got it.
It was dying.
Yeah.
We have a small segment to add on here as well. I need 1 minute to collect an item.
I'm really curious what you're talking about. I really wish I could do the both eyebrow thing. I can only. I feel like I'm overthinking it now.
I'd like help identifying which items in this group of photos you believe is a UFO and which is a photograph that I have taken.
Oh, okay.
All right. I have to do this in a very specific way as to not. I'm just going to change the titles of all of them real quick so that you don't know. Okay. Is the music playing in the background?
No.
Oh, I thought it might have been because you guys were all
Rocking out?
wobbling your heads.
Oh, we're
All right.
wobbling.
UFO photo from the internet or photograph Amy has taken?
Photograph Amy's taken.
Photograph Amy's taken. I'm going with that too.
Can you guess what kind of object this is?
It's city lights blurred out.
That is not correct.
Well, I guess my first thought was maybe some water. Reflections in water.
That is also not correct.
Cars.
Also not correct.
Well, we're going to be guessing forever here.
It's unidentified.
Yeah, come on, identify it for us.
One might say that this is an unidentified object in a photograph.
I mean, you don't know what it is. Jeez.
Yeah, you know what it is. Come on.
This is. We're going to go to the next picture.
Oh, that's the classic McMinnville, early 50s photograph. McMinnville, Oregon, of a UFO.
You're right. This was taken by an alien a long time ago. Just kidding. You are right. I just did Google UFOs and found
That was impressive.
That's a verified photo. That's real.
Yeah.
Wow.
But my question is, what if a kid had thrown a frisbee at the same time this photograph was taken?
Possible.
Part of me is a little curious as to like how a photographer might make this happen also.
What year was the frisbee created?
It's a good question.
Jason, what year was the frisbee created? That's wrong. Our Googler in the background did not help with this at all.
That's a building.
Darn it. This was thrown together very last minute.
I mean, it'd be super rad if that was a UFO.
The frisbee. Wait, hold on. When did you say that this photograph was taken?
I thought it was the early 50s, like 54.
Because the frisbee was invented in 1957.
Huh?
I mean, it could be a hubcap too, you know.
Yeah, people have been throwing shit forever.
Yeah.
Our Googler has helped us.
Hey, Jason.
I think they can see me.
That's a SpaceX launch.
All right. Well, didn't realize we had an expert on this channel. It looks pretty.
I told you I was into it.
It's just interesting the way that this like long exposure is taken, I guess. Or this smoke either went up very quickly or it's a very long exposure.
Now, do you keep up with it pretty close?
Try to. I mean, I don't know. I follow the UFO subreddit.
Right.
It's not really that great. I read books about it.
Yeah, I guess the question was like, do you keep up kind of close with current stuff, or do you have you done like a bunch of research in the past?
I try to keep up with current stuff as much as I am interested. Yeah, there's like this really, really good book that came out in 2010 about it that this journalist from the Boston Globe put together, and it's just a bunch of accounts from like pilots and military folks and civilians of what they've seen. And it's really fascinating, like the kinds of craft that have been described and how they behave. I've never seen that photo before.
But it does not look like one that you have taken, I will say.
Yeah, I don't think you took that photo.
I mean, I'm not sure if you studied my photography before this, but this is not my photo. I quickly stole it from Google. However, the Frisbee was invented in 1957, according to our expert,
Mhm.
Jason Toby,
Mhm.
on Frisbees today, who is to the left of me now. And Jason, would you say that this looks to be a Frisbee or an unidentified flying object?
I don't see a frisbee.
That's not a frisbee.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a frisbee.
Why is it
I-
that so many UFOs have the same shape, though?
Jason, Toby, what would you say your social security number is?
It's 570. Hey, are you trying to abduct me into your alien planet here? Is that why you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
No.
I imagine that's the first thing aliens ask when they abduct you.
Do you get assigned a social security on the new alien planet?
No, it's difficult to get one even
I
if you
can,
lost your fucking
I can,
card here. Sorry.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Well done.
I will say that this one looks more fake than that other one.
Yeah.
I really like the film grain of it, though, and I think the thing that is throwing me off as a photographer is that the film grain here seems to be different from the film grain of the object. It could just be because it's darker, but that seems to be throwing me for a loop.
Yeah.
But also, if it's supposedly taken at night, like, why aren't more photos of UFOs during the day? It seems like most of them are at night.
Because they don't want to be photographed, man.
Why not?
Because they don't want to give up the ghost.
Or I would say my thought is the night air is cooler, and imagine if you are running some sort of really high grade, high capacity, high capability aviation engine. Would you not prefer cooler air to operate in versus warmer air?
Well,
Mhm.
maybe your vision is like really better at nighttime, and like, you know, when you're really
Yeah.
stoned and you like your eyeballs feel like when you go out into the sunshine, you're like, let me put some sunglasses on. Maybe some aliens have more sensitive vision.
I mean, theoretically, these are things that are traveling through space, which is very dark. Yeah, maybe it's just a lot being in like the sunshine like that.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Yes.
That's a beautiful photograph.
Is this a UFO or is this a photo that Amy has taken?
That's a UFO.
Interesting.
Oh.
Oh,
Got him.
got me.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really mad because of what I wanted. I wanted it to be I wanted it to be this area. So badly. Because like the way that the other ones are specifically grainy, I wanted it to look scarier. But that's okay. I have one other thing that I want to share that is UFO related.
Whoa.
Doop. 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 This was my last trip to space.
Woof.
It was pretty interesting. I did not get to meet other people like Thad or other friends like Thad, but my trip to space was pretty fun.
Cool.
This is my friend, Mr. Martian.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Martian.
Hello, Doug.
I feel like that was racist against aliens somehow.
I'm so sorry to my fellow Martians. I have a peculiar accent that they don't have, so it's not actually representative of my culture.
I mean, sometimes when you live someplace for a long time, you kind of like lose your native language a little bit.
Yes, I've been here for too long.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What would you say is your most difficult adjustment from being a Martian to being home on Earth?
Well, unlike that, they don't have cheese on Mars, so I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry to hear
I
that.
know, but I really like pizza.
Do you eat it anyway and they just get the shits?
Yeah, but Martians, we don't get the shits. We actually generate our fuel source from that lactose intolerance.
Mm.
That's how we get back to Mars.
Oh,
But so it's helpful, but also uncomfortable.
okay. That makes sense. I'm fascinated by the way that aliens are always drawn similarly, with green, shapely bald heads and big black eyes. But have we all seen different kinds of aliens? Or why is it that a lot of them seem to be the same?
This is what came up on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. We know.
And I wonder if aliens would be offended by the images that immediately come up when you Google aliens.
Boom.
They're probably too busy being offended at how stupid and petty we are.
Yeah, most likely.
Good point. Good point, Skunk. That shirt is so cool. I'm sorry. Can we see it again?
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Hold on. Yeah, I got this at
Jack asked something. I see on the right.
Jackass Joe's.
Is it like an alien tailgate party going on?
There could be.
All right.
I mean, it's got. This is a alien themed gas station and jerky store, off I-70 in Utah.
That's right. You were talking about that.
Really great place. I will say that on a recent road trip, I went to in Nebraska. I think in Nebraska, it could be in Iowa. There was a different alien themed gas station with a statue of an alien that was pretty impressive. And we kind of just went to that one. That was pretty cool. And then by happenstance, we missed the exit before Jackass Joe's. And we needed to stop for gas. And so we took that exit off, and they had another alien statue in the same style at this place. And it turned out there's only 3 of these that have been made, and they are spread across the U.S. It is the happenstance by which it, like, we just stumbled upon both of these made me feel like on that road trip we were going to run into aliens. It unfortunately did not happen. But it really felt like, oh, wow, that was kind of magic.
Unless you also ran into the people from Men in Black where they like do the.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So where's the third? Where's the third statue?
I don't know, but I did see it on a. Somebody sent me a screenshot of a Twitter, not a Twitter, a Tinder profile that had a picture of the third one?
Was
I
that-
have to go to my alien friends.
Doug.
Do you have any more questions for me?
Yeah. Let me think.
I have 3, but I can.
So you mentioned in your interests of unexplained anomalous phenomena that one of your interests about that is the implications of them, and like I'm assuming what you mean by that is the implications of perhaps the alien aspect of it. I'm really interested to hear your opinions. Like, as someone who has like done a pretty deep dive research and like read a lot about it and everything, I'm curious about your opinions.
Well, I think what's the big question for me in terms of like what the phenomena represent is kind of a Pandora's box sort of thing. Like, if there are these craft that are physically observable in our space, it's a pretty big question mark. Like, what's operating the craft? Where's it from? How long has it been here? Why is it here? What is the technology?
Existential, if you were asking about yourself too.
Well, and for me, it's just like, what's really going on, folks? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, more than meets the eye.
Right. Yeah, it kind of gets into a like, if these things can exist, like, how much does that change just the basic understanding we have of the universe and our like the nature of how materials work and like yeah
like, who's running the show?
right. Do you have any like specific theories that you've particularly liked? I'm not asking you to like get yourself, I believe this completely, but just kind of something that you've found particularly
I don't know. Like, I think the extraterrestrial hypothesis makes the most sense. But there's also a lot of discussion about like interdimensional travel, time travel.
Right.
Who knows? I don't really have a good enough grasp on. I feel like people who claim to know or think they have the answer I'm suspect of that.
Right.
I just think that it just fascinates me that it's it exists, and in our country, in America, until very recently, there's been a real taboo that like, oh, you're a fucking Looney Tune if you believe UFOs exist, like
right.
But not anymore. Like, the government, who can't trust the government, man. But the government certainly has talked a lot about it in the last couple of years,
Oh yeah. I mean, complete silence to like, what, I can't remember who it was, but like some sort of like national security official using the word extraterrestrial, and that was like the span of like 3 years or something.
Yeah. Well, and there's like a new branch of government that specifically deals with this now, that's like in the open.
I wonder what their budget is like.
What's that?
I said, I wonder what their budget is like.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
We need to get them on the hot show. Figure it out. Get the answers.
Gotta get Tom DeLonge on the hot show, man, because he's ahead of that stuff.
Yeah, man.
We got
All the
Bublé.
small things.
We got Michael Bublé.
I don't know, man. He's not like the right face for that. I don't think, like.
But he has really put himself trying to be in that position.
Yeah. And then I turned on the TV, and that's about the time you walked away from me. It's like, come on, man. Who's going to take you seriously, dude? No
I
one.
wonder what kind of person you would have to be in order to pull off the being the UFO expert,
The credible face,
what kind of look you would have to have in order for people to take you seriously?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
I have a question.
Not Tom DeLonge. That face is not the one that I'm gonna.
That's fair.
I'd say almost anyone but Tom DeLonge.
My question is, if an alien showed up to one of your shows, and I guess, how would you react? But also, I'm thinking they would have to have a particular interaction so you know that they're there. I'm not sure. Is that bringing up any reactions? Because I have to think of a follow-up question to think about what interaction. Maybe they request you play a song in their native band language, assuming that music is the universal thing. How would your band react, do you think? Or oh, you're prepared?
All right, hot question along this one.
Yeah.
As a follow-up. Said alien A asks you if you can, or if they can borrow your axe to sit in with you, your band.
Mm-hmm.
B challenges you to a guitar duel. Do you accept?
Oh no. Yeah, absolutely to both. The only time I ever met any aliens, they were like humans. And I was like, why did they send you guys to talk to me? And they were like, because we would appear the least frightening to you. So I think if it was a non-humanoid alien that showed up at the show, I think I'd be freaked out. I think everybody'd be freaked out.
Well, would you
but if you use telekinesis or telepathic powers to calm us down and be like, all right, McCourt, guitar duel time. I'm game. Yeah, why not?
Would it depend if they were a slimy kind of extraterrestrial? If you would let them use your equipment?
I'd still let them. You can always clean it unless it's radioactive.
But doesn't that make it even cooler?
No.
Well, you think that if you knew that they were radioactive, you would hesitate, but would you still do it?
No, it'd be worth it, man. I'd take that radioactivity.
I agree.
What if you found out one of your bandmates was an alien?
I would be really stoked.
Because they've been jamming with you the whole time.
Yeah, just undercover alien. Why not? Now, if they did the thing where they pulled their face off and it was that'd be kind of shocking.
No, they press a button on their wrist communicator.
I feel like they would say, I feel like it would be a coming out, hey, we've been friends for years. I've been keeping this in. And you're thinking they're going to be like, I'm gay. And you're going to be like, love you no matter what. And instead it's like, I am an alien.
Or it's like the alien chest burster that comes out of them.
No, I would hope that they would be comfortable seeing me in this form of myself. Right. I would hope that you would accept me in any form. Yeah. But maybe I'm just a optimistic queer person.
I feel like if any of us saw some kind of fucking gray alien or reptile alien or mantis style alien, we're going to poop our pants and run.
Yes.
Because it'd be so foreign, it'd be terrifying. I mean, if I see a kind of a not normal animal in nature, I get scared,
Right.
If I'm too close to a fucking moose or something, or I see a bear
on the show.
Scary. or like a shark in the water. Terrifying.
Oh, I have another question. In Rick and Morty, are you familiar, Doug?
A little bit.
There's an episode where there's an alien species that goes like, "Show me what you got." You know, and there has to be one band from Earth that has to represent it. If it was the Skurfs, would you be up for it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
If you had to nominate one band to represent Earth that is not the Skurfs, who are you going for?
Current band or of all time?
Oh,
All time, and why Huey Lewis in the News?
There it is.
Well, they could be brought out of retirement, but they would be at their age they are today. That's my
Okay, so and nobody dead. You can't bring anybody back to life.
You can bring them back if they're retired, but they have to come out of retirement. No, not that. I mean, we don't have the technology, do we, to bring back people from the dead? Maybe.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Oh, I'm looking open.
Okay, let's bark up that tree. Let's say that these alien game show hosts will reanimate the dead as long as they were not cremated and were in fact, traditionally buried.
Yeah, she
There's
just
something
knocked
to
that
work
trout right off, dude. She knocked the glass off. I don't know if you heard that. She knocked the glass off the fucking counter.
oh no! Did it break?
No, it didn't. Thank God.
It's really funny.
I missed it because I looked at my phone because I was like thinking of Spotify. But I hate to say this, but okay, this is a slight tangent. Please stay along for the ride. It's a good one.
Well, let's make sure that we come back because I'd really like to hear it.
My answer is the Beatles. And my reasoning is because I got my wisdom teeth removed. And I had a really interesting conversation with my dad afterwards in which he recorded everything that I said. And it was particularly entertaining. He said the last words I said to him, I put 2 peace signs up in the air and said, "Dad, I'm tripping balls," and then just knocked out immediately. And he asked me how it went. And I said, "Dad, there's a tree frog climbing on the wall. I need a minute before I can respond."
Fair.
And then I said that I met the Beatles and that Ringo's nose was just as big as I imagined it would be. And they were fascinating people. But I remember having a conversation with George Harrison about photography and aliens. So I don't know. I feel like it just seems like they seem weird enough to just be like, yeah, man, we've already talked to aliens.
Yeah, we've already done that. We already represented Earth.
Yeah.
That's true.
I would go of bands that exist right now. Oh, you're not done with your story. I'm sorry.
The Spice Girls, actually.
Oh,
because
Spice Girls.
there's a scene in the Spice Girls movie where they do meet aliens, and it's particularly entertaining for the few people watching and in the future. Please respond in the comments if you think that the Spice Girls would accurately represent
but we still need the Skurfs official response or Doug's or
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I don't know, man. I mean, band to represent Earth.
Tough.
I don't know, man. When I met those aliens, they talked how they used to show videos of Jimi Hendrix on their home planet. So, Jimmy would be pretty good. Radiohead, but they're already aliens, so that's not really the right answer.
No, but
what about Lady Gaga?
One that I think of is Tenacious D.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yep.
I can imagine them pretty well representing Earth.
It's sort of a Rick and Morty vibe to Tenacious D. Like if Jack Black would probably be Rick.
I know that you have to get going, Doug.
Yeah.
But I really can't let it slip by that twice now you've mentioned having met aliens.
Yes.
Would you care to elaborate a little bit on that?
I cannot elaborate on that now at this time, but perhaps you and I can have a conversation down the road.
Cool.
Please come back and feel free to discuss more with Doug.
Yeah, man, but the government's watching, dude. You guys are looking at me right now. I know it. Fuck you, man. I know my rights.
You have no rights.
Mr. Buble, excuse me.
Are you gonna tell this to Grandma?
Yeah, I think that Grandma would be particularly interested in Michael Bublé's music videos after knowing that his interactions with aliens were quality interactions, hopefully consensual interactions. Most of
Hopefully,
his songs
yeah.
are love songs, so
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay, my aliens, I must bid you adieu.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for the wonderful StreamYard. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. It was a
Yeah.
real pleasure to have you come on.
I'll try to tune in next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next week, speaking of, we are going to be doing a little show and tell thing. If there's anything you want to show off, either that you have or that you do,
Okay.
that you get to talk about a little bit, that's what we're going to be doing next week.
Okay.
Thursday the 9th, show and tell everyone.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Thanks so
everyone
much
have a
for-
lovely night. Love you. Godspeed, ye merry gentlemen. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye. Well, that was lovely.
Yeah, what?
Thanks, Doug.
Well, another question is, do we end the show or do we
I think we can. I think it would be nice to end the show and have Skunky drive us off into the distance with a nice little tune.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
all right. Any last words out there?
If any future extraterrestrials watch this, just know that we don't really know that much, and we're just curious, and hopefully we didn't offend you in any way.
Whether or not you do the probing, you can still probe me anyway.
This wild on LSD. You're not.
Well, thanks for everyone for coming, checking out the show. That was thank you coming down. That was thank y'all for sticking around. Hope you had some fun. Now the show is done. So go on, get out of here. Have a good night. The truth is out there.